Good morning, Aquarius, and welcome to my channel. This is the Oracle of Zoraya Utranaya, and today I'll be doing a reading for you for the week of June the 9th to the 15th, 2024. I apologize for the lateness. I am getting a little bit overwhelmed with everything I'm working on, so here I am. I've cut your decks and I've shuffled them all 5 times each, utilizing the numerology of the date June the 9th, 2024. So let's dive right in. First card we have for you today is the King of Pentacles. This is a very good way to start your week, a good theme and good energy and good archetype to have within your week, okay? So I am getting something already about the financial system. This week, the BRICS had a meeting, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, and there's a lot of different countries. Saudi Arabia has joined as well, and they are all agreeing to start trading oil in non-American dollars, okay, in local currencies. So there's going to be a shift in the normal standard of the global reserve currency. The process has been started a long time ago. This is becoming solidified. The Bretton Woods Agreement, which was in the 70s with Nixon, he took the dollar off the gold standard. And now a lot of currencies, a lot of central banks, a lot of countries are now they're buying a lot of gold and they're backing their new digital currencies or their original currencies in gold and assets now. So it's not fiat money. So just be mindful of this. I got this right away because the King of Pentacles here, he is a card of convention, and he needs to sometimes, I don't have any other cards yet, so we'll see what this is going to be on a more personal level. But the King of Pentacles, he is very rigid sometimes, and he likes to only use the methods and means to obtain resources and finances in his tried and true method. He is Taurus, so he doesn't like to deviate from his norm or what has worked for him in the past. So that being said, I'm just going to be throwing it out there to be maybe looking into what is going on around the world and where you should be putting your money, because the American dollar might not be a good store of value or good way to keep your money. I know has been for a very long time. People like to hold American dollars. A lot of countries are actually selling their treasuries and their bonds. Okay, so this is the American debt, and they don't want to hold American dollars anymore because America has been using it as a weapon with sanctions and stuff like this. Okay, so I do have other videos about the financial system. I might put them on my bio. But that being said, just be mindful where you're putting your money, because things are moving in a new direction, and the tried and true methods are going to be changing. So you might have to start thinking outside of the box and being flexible. Okay. This can also be said on a more, you might be focusing on your resources right now, and you might be developing a skill of yours. So now moving to the more personal level here. Okay, I had to just mention that because it came into my mind. This has been going on this week, okay, all of these meetings and everything. Yeah, so this king here, he has a very specific skill that has acquired him all of this wealth and all of this abundance that he is sitting in. He's quite lush environment, and you see here he has the grapes that represent his skill that he has honed. These are the same grapes that are on the Nine of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles, she focuses on developing the skill. These grapes are used for wine, and they require specific environment, specific soil conditions. They require a specific skill in order to nurture them into existence and to be able to harvest them. And so he has acquired this skill. Okay, but mind you, what I've been saying, he also needs to be a little bit more flexible and maybe diversify his skill, because the times are changing. Okay, and what maybe like I'm going to be using a metaphor here, maybe the soil conditions are changing, maybe the environment is changing. So you need to be able to adapt with the changing times, with the changing environments, in order to either maintain your wealth and your position, or in order to cash in on and take advantage on new opportunities that are coming in for you like with the new changing financial system and the new changing global times. Okay. It is a golden card, so that means like positive atmosphere in this week for you too. Okay. Okay, so then we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card that signifies needing to be open to opportunities and gifts that the universe is trying to bestow upon to you. So you see here, he's been waiting a while for a blessing, or perhaps he's been working on something and he's feeling stagnant or stuck, or there's no movement. Okay, this also can be a card of um, having been waiting for a long time and becoming complacent. Okay, so and when we put these two, like, so you're being complacent because you haven't seen it, or you're focusing on things that perhaps are the wrong thing to focus on, and you're not being able to see what's right in front of your face. Okay, so when I put these two together here with the rigidity, the possible rigidity of not of being stuck in your old ways of getting what you want, or of earning a living, or using that one skill, right? You're only focusing on one thing, and you're not seeing other possibilities that the universe is trying to give to you, other opportunities that the universe is trying to show you, because you're too stuck. I think something's not working, or you know, your old ways of making money, or your old ways of obtaining resources and abundance is not working anymore, but you're too fixated on, well, this used to work before, why isn't it working now, instead of being flexible and thinking outside of the box and becoming creative and trying to adapt. Okay, this card can also signify you know, I'm going to take this down now. It can also indicate, like, if you've been trying to manifest things into your life, you need to also do the work too. So, you know, you can't just do a ritual and then wait for something to fall into your lap without doing something. And because he's waiting and waiting and waiting, and he's become complacent because he hasn't received what he's wanted. But like, there's so many opportunities available. You just have to get up, and you need to start meeting the universe in the middle as well. And you can become so engulfed in your emotion of lack, and that things are not working out for you, that you are blind to see what is right in front of your face, that there's opportunities everywhere, and you just need to be able to see them. And you can't see them when you're coming from a place of lack. So there's abundance to be had in every second of the day. Okay. Another golden card here, and this is an 8 card. So this is a card that can signify solid foundations and stability. Okay, 4s and 8s can signify that, and we also have the 4 here. So we have 4 and 8. So that is really good to see that you have the ability to establish something of a solid foundation here for the rest of your life. Okay, you just need to tap in to an abundant mentality, start thinking outside the box, and become flexible. You might have to pivot away from tried and true methods that have worked for you in the past, because the times are changing. Okay, and this is going to it's going to require some inner strength, right? And so that's available to you. You're being asked also to lead with your heart. This is a card, the Strength card is a card that's associated with the sign Leo. Leo leads with his heart, and he is a true individual. He loves freedom, and he really doesn't care what other people think. Okay. Now, she also here doesn't care what anyone thinks. Like, who would actually put their hand inside of a lion's mouth? She has tamed the lion here, and you see his tail is in between his legs. Now, this is like a metaphor here to signify doing your own shadow work, and taming your inner demons in a way. Okay, so mm, so some of the inner demons and like this, the self-sabotage, the self-talking, like the negative self-talk, um, situations and traumas perhaps that you haven't dealt with in the past from the past might inhibit you from seeing opportunities that are around you because you're too hyper focused on the wrongs that have happened to you in the past. So you need to go in and do some shadow work and integrate and see the silver linings and the lessons of what what has transpired for you in the past. And that way you need to alchemize them from something bad into something positive. You see the lessons and what you have learned and how it has shaped you to become a stronger strength person. Okay. And integrate any of the shadow parts of yourself that you should not bury your not negative, it's not negative, your shadow sides, your darker sides, the things that perhaps are taboo in society. Okay, they are all part of you, and you need to learn how to love them, and you need to integrate them both together. This is part of, this is like she's tamed her inner monster. Okay, and this is going to allow you to open yourself up to seeing things and seeing opportunities that the universe is trying to give for you, because you're not hyper focused on repressing things in yourself. You can step into your true authenticity, and you can also move forward and transmute things that have happened in the past. I was just watching a video from Morg. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He does a lot of spiritual Gnostic kind of dives, and anyways, so he was commenting on a circular pattern that people often go through in life. Okay, so similar, not like similar to this, but I'm going to get to that in a minute. So when you find yourself moving through life, but you're still stuck in the same, you still end up in the same spot. There's no movement forward. It's like a circle. Okay, so you're walking in circles, and so you're not learning your lesson, and it's always bringing you back to where you started. We should be doing it in like a helix, where it's circular in motion, but we are elevating ourselves in consciousness and learning the lesson that that each situation has to offer us, bad or good. There are always lessons that help us develop and raise our consciousness and raise our dimensional frequency. Okay, so instead of being a circle that's always ending up, we always end up in the same spot where we started, because we're not learning anything. We're just living on this, we're just living on more of a material 3D level and not seeing the gnosis behind everything. We should be striving to elevate ourselves with every situation, moving up in a helix like a DNA, right? Like a spiral. Because then you don't end up where you started, you're higher, right? So that way you're able to transmute anything that's happened. You see the lessons, you see what you can take out of any situation. There's always gold in the rough, right? And that way you're not focusing on what hasn't worked out, or haven't focused on the hurts and the traumas that you have gone through. You've transmuted them into to make you stronger. And now you're able to see the opportunities that the universe has to offer. With the King of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands. So, you know, with this as well, we have the infinity symbol here, and this is a golden card. So there's unlimited opportunities, unlimited possibilities available to you when you open your eyes. And the world is your oyster. There's a lot of, there are, so if this is something that you're working on to build a business or to make more money, there are perhaps some invitations or some possible business partnerships or linkages perhaps. It could be from far away, so either like on the other side of town, on the other side of your country, your province, your state, or on the other side of the world. It's going to be different for everybody because this is a general reading. Okay, so this can be partnerships, this could be invitations for interviews, this can be business opportunities or investors perhaps, because we have this with the King of Pentacles here. So some sort of partnership is coming up for you that can help you with your stability and building a foundation for your life moving forward. Now, this card can also signify so since we do have the King of Pentacles and the Strength card, and we do have like a partnership here, this could be also love. I don't usually focus too much on love. I focus more on personal development. But that being said, you could have a Leo coming in for you here, either in a partnership for business or in love. I'm going to move on from that. This card also signifies, so on the normal Rider-Waite deck, there is no person here, no woman. It's just this guy. He's like a merchant. He's a businessman, and he has met all of his goals really quickly in life, and now he's wondering what's next. And he hasn't really enjoyed the process. He's just always hyper-focused on the next goal, the next endeavor, the next thing. He's not actually like sat down and like done an inventory of his accomplishments and was like and sat in a state of gratefulness and gratitude for his hard work and for what the universe has given him, and just reveled in his what he's accomplished. Like he's not like actually just like enjoyed his accomplishments. He's always on to the next. So I'm also saying like you need to maybe take a break too, maybe this week. It could be a day, it could be for a couple hours, or it could be the whole week, and just kind of relax. And before, if this is like a transitional phase for you, where you're trying to think of how you can what your next steps are with respects to your business or your on the partnership, just take a break and enjoy how far you've come in life, or maybe just take an inventory and be proud of yourself, Aquarius, because you've come a long way. Yeah, so you are approaching the end of a cycle here, and that's why I was saying you're at this transition phase, because this is the 10. This is a 10, and 10 signify in the minor arcana. It's go to from the ace to the 10, and now you're you're approaching the end of a cycle, and you've worked very hard. Okay, this on the normal Rider-Waite deck, this gentleman. So this is the after tarot. So this is a moment after the original image. Okay, so on the normal image, this guy, he has carrying all these sticks on his back, and makes it look like he's carrying a heavy burden, which he is. But he's been working very hard. He has planted all of these sticks, all of these wands, and now he's harvesting them and he's carrying them home so he can enjoy them. Oh, this is really coming together. So like you've worked very hard, and it has been a really toiling, maybe it's not necessarily physically, but it could be even mentally, right? Or spiritually. You've been carrying a lot on your shoulders, and you're almost at the finish line here. You're almost at the finish line, like this guy here, right? He's just finished something, and now he's wondering what's next, right? So you're almost there. He's taking a break. Wow. Okay. He's taking a break and looking at how much he's accomplished, right? So before he gets to home to enjoy it, right? This is his home where he's enjoyed it. He's shared it with his family, and now he's wondering what is next. But you need to like take an analysis, take an inventory of like how far you've come and how like you've established yourself, and before you go to this next level. Okay, you should be very proud of yourself. And okay, yeah, and we have the nine of wands. So we have the 9 of wands, we have the 10 of wands, we have the 2 of wands. So a lot of like forward moving momentum, a lot of passion, a lot of drive here. And with the strength card, we have the 9 of wands. 9 of wands indicates perseverance and persistence. You're almost at the 10, right? We do have the 10 here. You're almost at the 10. Your battle's almost done. You need to keep going. And like I had mentioned before, you see, this is the wounded warrior here. You need to transmute any sort of traumas, trials, tribulations, and challenges that you've gone through. Keep going, because the next state, your next level is coming up. You're going to revel in your accomplishments, and you're going to transmute, and you're going to integrate your shadow sides here, and make any sort of challenges that how you've dealt with in the past work for you, not against you. Because you're stepping into a new chapter here that is going to be the foundation for the rest of your life. So you want to make sure that you are in a good state physically, emotionally, and mentally, and spiritually, so that you can receive from the universe what it's trying to give to you, right? If you don't integrate all of those things and don't heal on those levels, it's going to be harder for you to see those opportunities. Okay, let's end off with a star code astro oracle, and it's Saturn. And that's all about structure, it says. And that's what I was telling you about before, about building a solid foundation and a solid structure, right? Thinking outside the blocks. Saturn rules that which we must build over time. Bones, teeth, personal authority, maturity, borders, discipline, traditions, and organization. Saturn, like Jupiter, is a huge gas giant with its rings of ice and rock. It represents the boundary of the visible solar system as the last planet humans can see with the naked eye from Earth. Saturn, traditional ruler of Capricorn and Aquarius, takes 29.5 years to round the zodiac and forms challenging aspects to itself approximately every 7 years. Saturn asks you to step into the next level of maturity, the next level, and personal authority, Leo. Think of Saturn as a martial arts master who pushes you to grow through workouts, discipline, and tests that allow you to prove what you know, both to yourself and others. Remember I was saying you need to see the lesson in everything? Okay. Look for a mentor or choose to mentor another. Honor the teacher, but don't give your power away. Listen to the experts, mix their wisdom with your experience, and make your own wise decisions. If you feel like someone is abusing their authority or undermining yours, set firm boundaries and hold them accountable. Study, cope, and grow. Look pragmatically to the skeleton and teeth, either of your own body or in the metaphorical structure of your project. Can this endeavor stand up and take a bite out of life? Make sure the foundations are strong. The organizational structures are in place and built out from there. As you gain strength in mind, muscle, and bone, you can become stiff. So remember to stretch body and soul. Very beautiful. If this reading resonated for you, my dear Aquarius, please hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. That is something that you'd like to do. You can also hit that bell notification to let you know when I release new videos. And if you want a more holistic approach as to what is going on with your week, not only check out your sun sign, but also your moon, your rising, and your Venus. I am so grateful for you joining here today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful week.